They haven't missed a thing. Race 32, car 32 in the lead here at the Martinsville Speedway in Virginia in the Old Dominion 500 presented by Old Navy. 38 cars hanging on to the lead lap. That's incredible with 200 laps to go here at Martinsville. Let's take you through the field. Start with Craven, and that means we open up Burns' mic and we go, Dave?
Bill, Ricky Craven is the leader, and during that last caution, he radioed into his crew. Do you know that we've led every race here since I joined the team? His crew chief radioed back, whole secret to Martinsville is Ricky Craven. He's doing a great job. Bill?
Johnny Benson has climbed to second. His crew chief, James Ince, said I should just give him a passenger car at this race because he's not aggressive enough. Today, he's doing pretty good. Dave?
The great philosopher, Dale Earnhardt Jr., took on 2 tires on his last stop, and he radioed in recently, in addition to all the philosophizing he did, that his car is really good now. The 28 car of Ricky Rudd, what a great run for him. They had no lateral grip the last time. They put on a set of tires which has given him all kinds of grip. The car is good now. Bill?
Rusty Wallace still running well. 6-time winner here at Martinsville. Car's a little tight. Thinking about a quarter turn on the track bar next time he stops. Currently running 5th here. Marty.
Bill, Tony Stewart is in 6th, and he just radioed to his team about 5 laps ago and says starting to give up a little bit in the middle of the corners and a little bit more forward bite. He said needing help with a forward bite all day long. If he wins today, an extra $270 grand in his pocket from Winston, and he goes around Rusty Wallace. Bill?
Ward Burton is tight in the center. He needs to adjust for that. They tried last time. It didn't help, but he's tight in the center of the turns. That's what's slowing his progress after leading all those laps earlier in the race. I finally got a smile out of Jimmy Johnson's crew chief, Chad Canals. I said, hey, look at you guys. You're running inside the top 10. He just smiled and waved his hands. Has no idea how they're doing it, but they've been able to adjust on that car, and that's helped them stay in the top 10, or actually get back in the top 10. Earlier in this race, Dale Jarrett was tight. They took a spring rubber out. They made a track bar adjustment on one of their recent stops. That's now helped improve the handle of the car. Jarrett running 9th. How about the 12 car, Dave?
Bill, they've been reporting tight all day, but on the last run, it was a little bit better. They made a wedge adjustment, and they made it even better. He's been very quiet on the radio since the last pit stop. Alan?
Updates on your top 10. Still Ricky Craven out in front. He's caught the tail end of the field now and is going to start to put some of those cars. Bill was talking about 38 on the lead lap. Going to start to put some of those a lap down as we finally get some green flag racing going. Let's continue to go through the field. How about 11th place Kurt Busch, Matt?
Alan Kurt Busch started 36. He's hoping that recent history versus past history reappears today. His first 3 finishes, 37, 33rd, and 35th here. He was 10th in the spring. His car was extremely loose. They've been tweaking and adjusting on it all day. It is starting to come in. Meanwhile, his teammate Mark Martin is running in the 12th position. Mark said the car worked real well in the first sets of tires, but now it just won't work. It just will not turn. He thinks they may have too big of a sway bar in the front. To Marty.
Matt, Mike Bliss doing a pretty good job in that 40 car. He's currently in the 13th position. The car's been tied all day. He's complaining of no forward bite like most of the other teams. You see on the hood the Marines logo. It's the 227th birthday for the Marines. James Jones, the commandant for the Marines, was here, and his teammates trying to take that spot from him, Matt.
Marty, Jimmy Spencer was running in the top 10, but since has faded down to 14th. They made an air pressure adjustment. They took half a pound out of both front tires, but Jimmy says it has made the car push even worse. Doug Randolph, the crew chief, told him we'll put the air pressure back in on the next stop, Marty.
Bobby Labonte's car has gotten better as the day has gone along, Matt. They were sliding the nose early on. Get this, they've taken 6 rounds of wedge out of that car, and it's gotten tremendously better. They thought they had a left front tire rub at the beginning of this run, but as the pressures came up, it's gotten better. Todd Bodine behind him. They have done numerous things trying to get him track position. It has worked. The car's been a little tight, but not bad, and they need that track position to stay up front. And behind him, Dave Blaney having a nice run where they are a little tight in the middle, a little loose off the corners. Dave turns 40 on Thursday, and he tries to take that position away from Todd, and he does it. Dave?
Marty, the 9 car of Bill Elliott is one of the fastest on the track right now. That's because he's got pressure rubber. He had to pit on lap 258 to repair left front damage, and they put 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles on that car. Marty, back to you.
Dave, the 19 car is in the 19th position, and on the radio, you hear Ray Evernham saying, be calm and be patient. Jeremy was kind of funny in the last caution. He said, the car just has absolutely no forward bite. He said, no, wait a minute. The track has no forward bite today, Dave.
Steve Park has been consistent all day, but on their last pit stop, they didn't have one of the lug nuts on. They had to repit the car. They also made an air pressure adjustment because he was a little bit loose off, but that's where they lost their track position, Alan.
So there are the top 20 of the 36 cars that are on the lead lap at this point. The only guys not on the lead lap, Brett Bodine, Jeff Bodine, both just been passed by leader Ricky Craven. Mike Wallace, Hermie Sadler, then Joe Nemechek is 2 laps down, Jeff Gordon is 3 laps down, and Hideo Fukuyama is 6 laps down. Pretty good race here for 3rd, 4th, 5th. Earnhardt Jr. heading that group.
Yeah, Ricky's been working on Earnhardt Jr. for about the last 15 or 20 laps, but can't get it done, BP.
He's trying that bottom groove. I talked a few laps ago about how well that Rudd is getting around that bottom groove, but he's not getting around good enough to get by the 8 car of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Right there is where he makes up his time, getting in and through the center, but Earnhardt Jr. is getting out the corners better.
And then when he hits accelerator, he starts spinning instead of getting that forward grip.
Not quite at the longest number of consecutive green flag laps we've run today, but we're getting close. We'll see. Just over 300 laps complete in the Old Dominion, 500 at Martinsville.